Let's go.
Come on.
Cái gì chọi xuống.
Get him out of here. Shoot it.
Không có tới đây. Cái này ở đây. Chuyện tư đâu. Vào đây. Đem này ra. Bảo lên cái gì chọi xuống mau.
So my little doctor bag doesn't scare you.
I'm not scared.
Oh, you speak English. How nice.
Where's the load, Colonel?
Ông trung tá đồ ở đâu?
I'm gonna teach you never to fuck with my opium.
Oh, boy. He's a hard one, Doc.
You took it from the French, you took it from the Chinks, and you'd be damned if a Yankee's gonna start you talking. What are you gonna sing for me? You're gonna sing like a choir.
What does this have to do with military intelligence?
Who the fuck is this Cherry?
Your orders, Toscani. We're to assist and observe. Just back off, partner.
I'm gonna start cutting you off at the ankles. Then I'm gonna take your feet and throw them right over there in that basket.
Cute, huh?
Fox, this guy's a
Shut up, Nico.
Look, I can make you disappear. Grab his leg.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Nico! 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 Nico!
You guys think you're soldiers? You're fucking barbarians! Mate, get down!
Come on, man! Get out!
Nico! On it again!
Hold ass, man! Get the fuck out of here! Get back to the LZ!
If I don't cap him now, he's gonna do me later.
Now, look, you crazy fools. I'll call a chopper in for us. I'll cover this, man. Just get the hell out of here. Get up. Come on, move! Let's bring him back here! Okay. Nobody moves. Everybody stay on that damn porch. Stay on that goddamn porch. Go, Nico!
Nelson, I'm through. I'm finished.
You were talking about how people in certain production meetings would not take notes because they didn't want to be deposed.
If there was a
was this related to
deposition.
Seagal? Was this related to like
Yes,
the Pelicano?
Only not Pelicano specifically, but more Jules Nassau, because Jules Nassau was considered to be something of a slippery character. But I don't know. I've met him, but only at screenings. I don't remember ever going into a meeting with Jules, but it's possible I could have. Look, we were working
Right.
on a lot of movies at the same time, and a lot of them just flow right together.
So you don't remember your first meeting with Seagal, but mine was something like right out of like a Francis Ford Coppola movie, because it was up at his house on Mandeville Canyon. And at first I thought the house in front of his was his, and no one was answering the door, like the gate, the perimeter door. And so Loda goes, why don't you just jump the wall and knock on the, and I'm like, I'm not jumping Seagal's wall. So anyway, we finally found out that it was the driveway to the left, and we go up to his house, and he's got like this room with like this long table that ends with like a big velvet red throne, and he shows up in like his black pajamas, like he's a member of the Viet Cong.
Like he's
like
on
an
Joel
opium
Silver's staff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we love Joel Silver. We've got some great Joel Silver stories that are hilarious. You and I have some good ones. But so he's sitting at the top of this throne, like an opium lord, basically. And I presented him the Night Fever script, and he goes, I like this script. And I'm like, great, good. So Co-America's there, like, right? They were going to be the financing arm. And I go, so we're good. We're in agreement. We can move forward. I can't make this movie. Some people I know in Southeast Asia would be very upset with me if I do this movie in the Black Ops community. So I'm like, okay, let's do a rewrite on it. He's like, no, I want to do a horror movie. And if you can write like I write, then you should have a script to me in about 24 hours. And I'm like, what? Like 24 hours for a script?
He only rewrites his own dialogue.
Right, exactly. Exactly. He also got wind that we knew some of the members of the group in Vogue, and he really wanted to rope them into some kind of co-starring role, which was really awkward at the way that was presented. But anyway, so I go, I'm not getting you a script in 24 hours, but I'll get you some ideas. And like 2 or 3 days later, he calls me and goes, so what do you have for me? And I go down this list of ideas, right? And start with the strong ones. And they're all horror-based ideas, Corman-esque ideas.
Yeah.
And I get to the last one, and it's probably the weak. I mean, when you're trying to round out a list of content, you're going to have the powerful ones up front, and you're going to want to sound extensive. So you start getting weaker and weaker and weaker as the list progresses. But I get to the last item, number 25, right? And I go, okay. Diplomatic flight in the Himalayas goes down. Empire Strikes Back type Yeti comes up, pops in and out of the frame like Jaws, tears it apart. You're the special forces guy that's got to go in, and we'll call it Snowblind. That's the one. And then he goes like this. He goes, and those creatures do exist. And the reason nobody sees them is because they have the ability to transcend dimensions. And I'm sitting there thinking, all right, so this is the Bill Daly question right here, right? Because I'm thinking like, fuck, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So I said, he's testing me. He wants to see if I'm a yes man or if I'm going to stand up and be like, whoa, that's dumb. Instead, I realized, well, wait a minute. He's also extremely egotistical. So he probably thinks everything that comes out of his mouth is gold. So the question to Bill Daly, former WB, senior VP, how do you answer that question? And then I'll give you my actual answer. How does Bill Daly answer it in the meeting?
That they can transcend time?
Well, they can transcend. The reason no one's seen a Yeti is because it can transcend dimensions.
Dimensions. Wow.
It's like a Leonard Nimoy in search of question, right? Like, where's the ancient aliens crew when we
So Billy Davis then from the fifth dimension, he's a Yeti. That's what he's saying.
So the thing about I'm on the fence, right?
Well, it's like, well, how come?
Me.
I would ask. I mean, if he said that to me with a straight face, I'd ask him, well, how come you haven't done a script about that?
Well, see, that was my role. I was supposed to fill the void that would become the script. But so I said, I just thought real quick, like, how do you answer this? Because that sounds so ridiculous, but he doesn't have a gauge that says I sound ridiculous. Like, he's tone deaf. Yeah. So I just turned around and I go, Stephen, if that's what you want, it's my job to make it work on the page. It's like, what else do you tell the guy, right?
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.